People talking sports. We're back.
Yeah, man.
How about that Comedy Cellar party the other night?
Oh, it was great. I loved it.
A lot of drinking.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun, a lot of drinking. You were dancing a little bit.
I wasn't.
I thought I saw it. I saw the pointers out.
I did the pointers.
Yeah, that's how you dance.
That's how I dance.
You dance. Yeah.
Catered by Popeyes.
Yeah, that was amazing. Popeyes is so good.
We need them as a sponsor.
Yeah, we do.
I got drunk. I just started eating the skin. A lot of big stuff, man. I mean, KP, our very own Kristaps Porzingis, looking like he's going to be an all-star.
He's definitely going to be an all-star.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, he got the seal of approval, the vote from Instagram model Jen Selter.
Yeah, those votes count different, depending how many followers you have. Those are different votes. Yeah.
They are more impressive. We got our very own Ansel, who's been on the show. He's been pumping him hard.
Oh, yeah, man.
Jen Selter has been pumping him hard, and we love her, because especially Jews love her, because her last name sounds like Seltzer.
Yeah, you guys love a fizzy drink.
I do. And an Instagram model, the combination. We got to get Enos on.
Yeah.
Are we going to get him?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, no, I don't know. It's not up to me.
Tweet at Enos. Mr. Cantor, we're dying to have you on the show. So we got an amazing show coming up. I mean, we got Fat Joe here, native New Yorker.
Oh, man.
Amazing guest, real sports fan, too.
Yeah.
And we got Charlie Ward, 90s Knick.
Huge.
Heisman Trophy winner. And he was like our floor general. He was like our gritty. He took all the charges. He dove in the stands. I'm pumped for this show.
Yeah, man, it's going to be great.
We're here with Fat Joe. Thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you, man.
We were just talking about Lugers. Peter Luger.
Yeah, man.
Your favorite steak?
Well, you were saying that, I look good, I've lost the weight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, all I've been dreaming about is Peter Luger's. Like, I want a steak, man. Bad. And, and I went vegan for like maybe an hour.
An hour?
I swear. Like, because everybody's going vegan.
Yeah.
And I can eat anything, man. I mean, my system can eat. I've traveled the world, I've eaten anything. And I went in and I bought maybe like $300 from Whole Foods of everything vegan. And everything I try to eat, my system was fighting. They're like, I called my cousin. My cousins are vegan. I called up. I said, cuz, unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Unsuccessful. No vegan. No vegan. I can't do it.
Kyrie Irving, Damian Lillard, and John Starks. Those are the vegans I know.
I know a lot of vegans.
Really?
And they look so healthy and everything. I just can't do it, man. I don't know how to do it.
You look better. I mean, you kind of have, your weight is kind of patterned after the NBA, because in the 90s you were like this gritty, big guy, like back to the basket. And now you're like slimmed down. You can hit the outside shot, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I tell everybody when it comes to my rapping, to my music these days. Like, I used to dunk and put my arm through the hole, and now, I got that 18-footer, you know what I mean? And I'm more like a Sam Cassell at his later years, you know what I mean?
I love Cassell's game.
Cassell was just, he knew who to give the ball to, and he'd score, he'd take over a game, but, in moderation. Everything in moderation. A lot of players, you love them for different things, you know what I mean? I'm talking to my good friend Dan from the Knicks. I know him 20 years, and we was talking the other day, and he was asking me about the ball kid, and I was just like, I don't think he'll ever be an all-star.
It's tough because he came in.
He's not a Porzingis.
He's not Porzingis.
Let's be clear about that one.
We love KP.
Yeah.
But Lonzo is, it's hard because he's came into this huge market. He's a second pick overall.
While I say that, I don't want to take over your show, but let me be clear. My daughter kills me because when Porzingis was first drafted, I almost caught a heart attack because I knew nothing about him. I was like, oh my God, we didn't get Winslow. Yo, I wanted to die, physically die. And I remember that day. And my daughter, she was probably like, 6 or 7 at the time. She's like, oh my God, this guy's having a nervous breakdown. And I lost it. It's probably the first time, no matter what, as a Knick fan, I've always been the most loyal, die hard, whether we lose. This was the one time I was pissed.
Yeah.
And boy, he showed me. Now I'm like, yo, KP, I'm about to get a KP tattoo, bro. I'm like, yo, nobody can stop him. I'm like, yo.
Well, you know what? That's part of being a fan, though. It's not like we're scouts who are overseas. We don't know about these players. All I knew is that we slipped in the draft. I was hoping to get a first or second pick. We slipped in the draft to number 4. Jaleel Okafor go 3. We dodged a bullet there.
Yeah.
And then
he's not the one.
He's not the one. And then we get KP, and I was just like, at the time, I didn't know we were. And then you see Summer League, and I'm like, first ballot Hall of Famer.
No, let me tell you
That's all it
something.
took.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you who's a Hall of Famer,
Who?
right? And this guy, it's a lot of great talent in the league now, but somebody who proved to me Hall of Fame qualities, I believe if he can stay healthy, is Embiid in Philly.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Embiid is scary.
Trust the process.
Yeah.
No.
I hope. Well, look, we're
Trust the process.
we're gonna have a long rivalry with
You
that
know,
team.
we've been fans for so long, and when I see these certain moves this guy makes, he reminds me of Elijah Wan. He reminds me of Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen somebody move with that. And then this guy got the nerve to come down the court and Euro step on centers.
I know.
Like the center's just standing there like, what just happened? This doesn't happen in human life. Like this guy's Euro stepping on him. I'm like, yo, what's going on? He's a lifetime player. Like Porzingis is going to be like a lifetimer. Like we have not seen the best Porzingis yet.
No, not even.
Try that
22.
one. But the guy's incredible.
He's incredible.
Shoots out, comes in, he does everything.
I'm looking forward to seeing him fill out a little bit because he's still very thin. Like he's got all the skills, he's got all the tools, but when he fills out a little more, he's unstoppable.
Man, the only guy I seen stop Porzingis was LeBron James, and that's the king. You know what I mean? And that's the only time I seen somebody actually defend Porzingis to where he couldn't do what he do because he's jumping over you, he's shooting over you. That's it. And his shot is water, right?
Oh yeah.
Then he'll cross you. And then if you're a little guy, you're following them every time. The only play I seen thus far stop him and was LeBron James. And we lost that game. That was a painful game.
We've lost some heartbreakers this year. The game against the Heat the other night. Olynyk was not fouled by Courtney Lee. That game infuriated me.
We're a very, very good team. But what happens is when you start seeing very good teams transition into great teams, is when they're able to push through and win them close games at the end.
Yeah. And on the road.
And we're still baby compared to that. So, once we start saying, yeah, we're gonna win these games. I'll tell you a funny story. You don't have commercials in this thing? I'll tell you, man, what's going on in this
We just
show?
go.
Trust the process. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a funny story, right? I'm walking in, a friend of mine lives in Manhattan, and we parked the car in the garage, and we just happened to come out in the hallway, and there were like 30 people literally in the lobby. And it was a security guard and had a little TV like this, right? Like the traditional, he had a little TV. And it was the finals. And it was the Lakers against, I don't know who.
Boston?
Somebody. But they were down 2 points and the other team had the ball, right? Something happened where Kobe, with like 3 seconds, say 4 seconds at the time, something happened where Kobe smacked it off the player and the ball, when that ball hit the player and went out of bounds, and we knew it was 3 seconds left, I watched 30 people, I'm not watching it at home by myself, but everybody was, they knew what it was. Kobe comes around, they throw it in for the curl, 3-pointer, game over. Bye-bye, go home. Clutch.
Yeah.
Before the man even had possession, the minute they knew that there was a chance, a split second, down 2, they knew Kobe was gonna shoot that shot. That's what we need, man. That's what we need. We need that clutch. We need that pull through those games where we tied up and and we don't lay down. We better this year than we were last year at that.
For sure.
Way better, but when you start getting those games, that's when you're great.
Well, we got more with Fat Joe, and we got Charlie Ward, 90s Knick.
Legend.
Bad guy. I'm excited to meet him.
Tough guy.
Coming up right after this. We're back on People Talking Sports. What a panel we have today. Knick's legend, Charlie Ward. So happy to have you. Of course, Anthony DeVito, who's still wearing the Enes Kanter shirt. We're trying to get him on the show. And Fat Joe, back.
What's up, y'all? What's going
I
on?
thought for a second, I'm such an idiot. I thought your sweater was Paddington Bear, and my writer just explained to me, he's like, it's Ralph Lauren, you idiot.
Yeah, but I'm a sucker for this sweater. I buy it every year around Christmas time.
Yeah.
My wife is like, yo, you buy the same sweater every Christmas.
Why do you buy the same one every year?
I don't know, but I just love the sweater, man. They've been getting me for years.
Have you seen Paddington?
I'm going to take my niece.
Oh, okay. You can watch it alone too, you know. Hell of a movie.
It's good?
It's great. So fun.
excited.
Yeah. Old British bear. I know you guys aren't impressed. The both of you. I mean, you know.
Well, my head.
We'll go together, Charlie.
Ted was probably the best bear movie, right?
Yes.
Ted was great.
It was a good bear movie.
Yeah.
That was a great bear movie.
It depends what you consider a bear movie, though. I think The Revenant was a good bear movie.
That's true. Sure. Different kind of bear movie.
Maybe a better bear movie, The Revenant. you ain't lying. That was a serious movie right there. That was. But Ted, when they ran up on Tom Brady, like that was like.
I mean, I was hoping that this is how it would start today, where we would just break down bear movies.
LeVar Ball's got his big baller brand, as we know,
Sure.
and the Better Business Bureau just gave it an F, which is kind of fun. That he's getting it because, and then he said no refunds on his sales, which I love. That it's like he's like, oh, that $800 tank top, yeah, that sale's final. You know, it's.
Do you think it's because they don't like LeVar Ball?
It might be. It might just be bad quality. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's probably bad quality.
Yeah.
Would you ever wear it?
No.
Even if they made.
But
the
I would
bear
never
slurs.
say never.
Yeah.
Right? I would never say never. But who's wearing this stuff? I'm like, sometimes there's some brands you hear about and you be
Sure.
like, yo, but who? Is this a Ponzi scheme? Like, who's wearing this? Like, I don't know, man.
One thing I can say is he's a great marketer.
Yes.
Sure.
If nothing else, if it's bad quality.
He might be the next president. He might be.
Right.
Like,
That debate would be entertaining.
oh my
God.
God.
Wow.
I seen a picture where he has a six-pack on. Him and Trump don't want to go out. He about to take the six-pack off. Like, yo, you out of shape.
Yeah, the shirtless move is more of a Putin move. That's not really.
Yeah. That's not an
Who's
American.
the shirtless guy, man.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something, Charlie, because you've been in the league, you've been around all these things. Do you think that was a smart move to start his own brand, or would it have been smarter to let his son get a $70, $90 million deal with Nike?
Well, definitely the latter. Getting the deal with Nike or Under Armour or whomever it was. But I do believe a lot of those companies kind of took themselves out of the mix. And he probably had to settle for his own brand. A lot of them just, if you look and see what the Lakers are going through with his son, I'm sure a lot of the shoe companies, they really want to deal with the dad. And so he's really taking a lot of money out of the pockets of his sons or his son.
I agree 1 billion %.
Yeah.
Right
People
now.
disagree. You know, I'm Latino. You know what I mean? So I grew up Latino and black. And, we all for black-owned businesses. But I think it was a poor judgment, you know what I mean, and not taking the big check.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And let's just see. Maybe the joke's against us and Big Baller Brand is $1 billion company, but
I don't think
I
so.
don't see it.
With Charlie, we have a basketball and a football expert. So we got to talk about the tension in New England with Bill Belichick. What's going to happen?
Well, they're not far from New York. And so, so when you talk about tension, in New York, you're always going to have tension with something going on. I know when I was here, it was always something in the news about the Knicks and tension. And so what you really have is 3 billionaires, basically, and all of those guys have egos, and you have the boss. We have 2 bosses. You have Kraft, and then you have Belichick, and then you have the player who wants to bring in his trainer or whatever the case may be. Most times, the best player normally gets some of the things that he wants, and having your trainer around Belichick, I guess, feels like, hey, that's not the right thing to do because I can't have everybody bringing their trainer in, hanging out. And so I'm sure there's a lot of tension. And plus, when you're winning, people want this type of tension to try to break up, the dynasty that they have. So
Sure.
I'm sure there's some of that as well going on, but I guess, we'll find out everything that's happening on Saturday or Sunday whenever they play. Because they'll probably win. They'll probably win the championship again.
Scott, let me tell you something. I'm not a huge football fan at all, but I was stuck watching the championship last year because they was playing it on the plane. I was coming back from L.A., so I'm watching the. Man, that performance, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know greatness, whether you know hockey or you know golf. You see greatness when you see it. That performance, bro.
Yeah.
And that championship game, had me. I think that's probably the first football game I ever was like, oh, tapping the guy next to me. I was like, no way, this is going down. The reference.
The guy's the pilot. He's like, I'm flying.
We're back on People Talking Sports. First off, Jahlil Okafor, who the Brooklyn Nets newly acquired. Now they have D'Angelo Russell and Okafor, the second and third overall pick of 2015. He apparently his favorite movie is Air Bud. Did you ever see that movie, Air Bud?
I didn't see it.
No.
It's about a dog who plays basketball.
Okay.
I think the dog got more consistent minutes than Okafor is.
That's not nice.
There you go, Charlie.
Favorite sports movie? What do you guys got?
Space Jams.
All right. Good
I guess
movie.
the old school Space Jams.
Are you going to see the new one with Blake?
Be interesting to see if it was better than the old one, but I doubt it.
We're tackling the tough stuff today. How about you, Joe?
I think it's The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, man.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
It's great.
phenomenal.
I'm going to watch it.
This is old school. I was a little kid, 5, 6 years old. I used to watch it all the time.
What's it
It's
about?
the fish that saved Pittsburgh. Whoa, whoa, yeah.
I smell another album.
First off, Instagram model Jen Selter, we talked about this a little bit. She gave her NBA vote for Porzingis. He's an all-star this year, right?
Yes.
No question.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
it is.
We got Trey Burke possibly signing with the Knicks. G League player right now. He's a point guard.
Point guard is what's the guy we call in the orchestra?
Conductor.
He's a conductor, man. Your point guard gotta see things we can't see.
Maestro.
When I was a little kid, I always heard that word provisional vision, professional vision. And it was it's like an artistry. This guy,
Just
I
to
don't
be clear,
know.
which word did you hear?
Peripheral vision.
There it is. Yeah.
Peripheral vision is the word.
That is it.
I'm just going to ask the same question.
And we need someone with peripheral vision.
I see what you mean. I know what you mean.
Now, I was in the same position. I was fortunate to be here for 9.5 years, and my game went from, very low skill to okay skill to make it through. And I'm sure I got the same criticism that all I heard was when I was here was the Knicks need a new point guard. They need new point guards. And of course, I was blessed to have guys around me that could score the basketball. So my job was really easy, was to get them the ball.
Peripheral
And
vision.
so, yeah.
Can we call this episode that?
And so I don't know if the Knicks have all that I was fortunate to have.
Oh no, they don't have that.
Not yet, but
So they may need
young.
a guy that can put the ball in the basket, create for himself, and make things happen. So maybe Trey is the answer for right now.
I like it in terms of we were saying before, in terms of Jarrett Jack logging major minutes at his age. It's this lightens the load for him. And Neil King is still going to play.
He's played
real
well.
He's played very
I'm
well.
loving Jack.
He's played
Jack
very
is playing
well.
hard, but
He's had a lot of injuries.
I love a good Robin Hood story. So Trey, he's coming back. He's fighting for his slot. I'm all for that. That's what the G League is all about. And if the man is deserving to come back, then we give him a chance. And I know that's all people want is a chance. They want hope. So I would be rooting for Trey to come in here and make some type of a difference.
We're back on People Talking Sports. Have you guys seen this Georgia fan completely melt down? I think we have the footage right here. It's pretty great.
Pretty good.
He could have played for the 90s Knicks, I think.
Yes.
Let me tell you, that's sad because that was me when we drafted Porzingis.
But you turned it around.
I take it totally back. But I don't think my daughter ever seen me like that.
So you done put duct tape on it now, huh?
Oh no, now she's killing me. She's destroying me. Oh, Porzingis, Dad. Oh, that's your guy. Oh,
I didn't know Fat Joe could do character work. That was incredible.
I'm telling you this, I'm improving.
Crazy story. Charlie Villanueva, who used to play in the NBA, we have a picture of this. He got his toilet stolen. Someone stole his toilet.
Maybe he had diamond rings on. I mean, diamonds on his handle.
On his handle?
Yeah.
Are they doing that now?
I don't know. You never know.
That has to be a true sign of wealth. Diamond toilets. Charlie Villanueva, I think he's a player that had a lot of, he didn't get a chance to show his potential.
Yeah.
I think he would have been way, way better if somebody believed in him and really, really gave him a shot. You know, I think he was a real good player, man. And I'm sorry he lost his toilet, man.
You're right. His game kind of translates to the current ball. He has a stretch four. He can shoot the three. He played, I think, just missed the guys like Andres Nocioni, kind of just missed the boat, and he was another one of those guys, I think.
Yeah. I just wish he hopefully he didn't have to go to the bathroom. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully he walked in and washed his hands, and he was like, oh, all right, hopefully he wasn't oh my God, oh no.
This reminds me of a story, right? I met Darko Milicic one time.
Right.
And I couldn't believe how nice he was. And all the stuff I was talking on the block about this guy, the biggest boss in the world, bum of the year. I met him, he was like, yo, what's up, Fat Joe? How you doing? I was like, damn.
Where'd you meet him?
I actually met him in Harlem. He was at a restaurant in Harlem one time.
He was working there?
He's got a cherry farm in Europe. He's doing pretty well.
Oh, good for him.
He saved his money.
That's gross.
That's
Cherries,
smart.
like cherries, fruits?
Yeah.
God bless him.
He's smashing them up.
You are the most sincere person I've ever met in my life, man. That was great.
Well, Charlie Ward has a new book out. I can't wait to read this. The Athlete by Charlie Ward. We'll get a close-up. The Unprecedented Life. You were a football player and a basketball player. I mean, what can we expect from this book?
Well, it's definitely well written. John Finkel did a great job of writing it, capturing my story, and it's really just about perseverance and my faith and how I made it to where I am today.
Well, I can't wait to read it. Pick this up. We get a great show today. Thank you, Charlie, Fat Joe. This has been amazing.
Yeah,
this is awesome. I get a chance to sit on the panel with Fat Joe.
Oh, come on, son.
Yeah, and me.
Don't worry about it, man.
Thank you so much for coming by, guys. Keep watching the show. Thank you.